When you hear the word spiritual or spirituality, start thinking about woo-woo New Age stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real, authentic spirituality, which has absolute effects on your day-to-day life, your day-to-day ability to succeed, your day-to-day relationship with other people. We're going to break that down into pieces for you. Authentic spirituality need not have anything to do with a particular organized religion. It is at its core a dedication to the truth and following the truth wherever it leads. That is what you should focus on in your life at all costs. True spirituality is transformative. And by that I mean it changes you. It changes what you are, how you think, how you act, and what you believe is important. And without that, your life is drifting and meaningless. I want to share with you something that I've been working on for a long time that is very important to me, and that is a Discord channel for business. On it, there will be a lot of free information, but also access to me. So you can have the ability to ask me questions, and I can respond to your particular problems and difficulties, and also help you get started. I'm really looking forward to being able to interact with you individually on there. I look forward to seeing everybody on there, and I will be waiting for you. Now, let's get back to our video. With that, your life has purpose and goals, and you can succeed in it if you follow a true spiritual path. A spiritual journey is a path of surrendering to the truth. That may sound vague, it isn't. Following a true spiritual path is transformative, it's instructive, and it makes you more of a person, a better person, and a stronger one. What is a spiritual path? What do you walk daily in a spiritual life? The answer is, it is following those principles that are outside you, those principles that connect you to higher powers, in my belief, God, that teach you what is right, what is wrong, what is important, and what is not. And it leads you to a closer connection not only with the world, but with other people, which is critically important. Spirituality affects what happens inside, and through that, it happens to affect what happens. Spirituality affects what happens within you. And through that, it affects what happens outside of you and makes you integrated with the world outside. Understanding that you are a spiritual creature, understanding the environment that spiritual creature lives in, of other people, of other things, of the world itself, of higher powers, those are the important things that your spiritual path should lead you toward. Don't expect success from half-hearted efforts. Your spiritual journey, if you want the transformation that's supposed to come at the end of it, give your life to it. Dedicate yourself towards following it. Dedicate your life towards following things that matter, that are outside you. Because if you do that and you are hard at it, you will find yourself transformed. Spirituality is like everything else. The more you concentrate on it and pay attention to it, the more effective it is in terms of helping you and in terms of making you realize what the real world is like. Take your time to make this a success and you will find that you are transformed. Give it a half-hearted effort and you will not see any result. Whatever spiritual path you are following, stick to it, and stick to it in the face of opposition, of doubt, of other people criticizing you for having it. If you do that, you will find that it actually transforms and changes you. If you don't do that, you'll wander off into shallows and your life will be meaningless. Faith is not blind, and faith is not simply belief. Faith is a trusting belief. If I look at a chair over there, I say, I believe it will support me. If I sit in the chair, I'm giving faith to that chair. That's what faith is. And that's what your spiritual faith should be. Something you trust, something you lean on, something that supports you day to day. Because I believe that the moment you try that, you'll find you have an awful lot of help coming from places you never expected it. Make your spiritual life real and important to you. Write it down. Set your goals just like you would in anything else, and live it just like you would in any other goal, because that's where reality is. As I said before, spiritual things are more real, not less, than the things you see around you. Make them that for yourself, and you will find that transformation has turned you into something you would not have imagined when you started the journey. But go on the journey. Just as spiritual things are more real than the physical things you see around you, so your spiritual life should be the realest thing in your life, because it's the most important thing in your life. It influences how you deal with other people. It influences how you see yourself and your mistakes, how you give forgiveness to yourself and to other people. A half-hearted view of spirituality leads you nowhere. Commit to it. Follow it, and you will find that it will transform you, it will transform your relationships, it will transform how you feel about yourself in a positive and creative way. Develop a spiritual discipline that you follow. My own way is I have quarterly meetings with another family that we pray for 45 minutes silently. We follow the teachings of St. Teresa of Avila. But there's millions of ways of doing this. Find one and follow it, and stay on that spiritual path. No one can walk a true spiritual path alone. Part of the major purpose of a spiritual life is how you interact with other people and how they interact with you. You need to support other people. You need to be supported by other people. No matter how independent you think you are, you're not. You're part of a group. You're part of a community. Learn to live that way. Follow a spiritual discipline with others who follow it alongside of you, and you will find tremendous support growing. You will find your relationships with them growing into kinds of friendships you never would have imagined were possible before. I've done this myself. I've seen it happen over many years of following various spiritual disciplines, and you can too. Do it. And follow and see what happens. Journal what happens. Write it down. Don't just have some vague knowledge of it. Test it. See what's happening. See how your relationships are changing. See how your methods of dealing with reality are improving. Humility opens doors that pride keeps shut. All things that have been considered sins in the world's religions, it is pride that is the absolute worst. Humility defeats pride. Understanding you're flawed is the best antidote to any form of sin or evil. You cannot walk a spiritual path alone. Find a community that you are part of. May it be your church or your synagogue or your mosque, but find it and follow it with other people who are on the same path that you are on. Because spirituality always works through other people. It's not something to be done in your cell alone. It's something to be done with other people. Other people are the results of your spirituality, the way you interact with them, the way they view you, the way their lives are improved by you. Be part of that community. If you are a religious person, join your church, join your synagogue, join your mosque, and get involved. Live with the other people that are there and let them live with you. The New Testament says that anyone who wishes to be a leader must be the servant of all. And what that means is, if you're going to lead, the people that you are leading are your flock. They're the people you are protecting. They're the people you're teaching. They're the people you're leading towards goals. Make sure you always keep that focus. They're not there for your benefit. You're there for theirs. And that is a spiritual lesson that is difficult to learn and absolutely essential that you learn it. If you want to be a leader, metaphorically wash the feet of those people who are following you, because that will keep you humble, and humility is the key to all spiritual advance. My own spiritual path is I am a Christian, and in that I have other ways of keeping myself accountable. I go to church. I know the pastor. I listen to sermons. I have a community group where we talk about each other's needs and failures and successes. I have a close friend that I meet with very regularly to talk through spiritual things, to talk through crises that I'm going through. This is the way to practice your spirituality when you're really serious about it. With other people that know that you are not perfect. Because, by the way, they already know that. But it helps you to know that you're not perfect. It also helps you to know that you don't have to be. The world has many properties about it, but one of the most important properties it has is forgiveness. Learn to forgive and learn to accept forgiveness from other people. And that's the only way you're going to do that, is part of a community that is on the same spiritual path as you are. When you have others that you're working with along your spiritual journey, it has another effect, and that effect is to keep you on the right path so you don't wander off. If you're dealing with just your own thoughts, Lord knows where you're going to wind up. But when you're on a chosen spiritual path, and that's why, for me, an actual organized religion is the most important, there are doctrines, there are teachings, there are procedures that you follow, there are rituals that you follow. That helps keep your spirituality on focus. It is a truism that if you want to grow spiritually, do things that make you feel very uncomfortable. One of the things that makes you feel uncomfortable, or at least makes me feel uncomfortable, is going to someone with something I've done wrong and asking their advice and asking them how I make amends for it. But that is absolutely essential in any form of spirituality. It is difficult to do, but it is absolutely essential to do. A mentor can do that. A community group can do that. Go to your priest, go to your rabbi, go to your mosque leader, and go to other people who are mature, people who have walked this path longer than you have. Follow them, ask their guidance, ask them to lead you in the paths of righteousness. As it says in the New Testament, now is the day of salvation. What that means is, get started now. There's no reason to put it off. There's no looking for a perfect moment. Because as I have found, if you put it off, you know that you should be dealing with spiritual things and you're not. Pretty soon, God or someone is going to take a 2x4 to your head and show you where you've been wrong. Don't put it off. Get started now. Seek out the truth. Seek out a spiritual path. Seek out spiritual guidance. And you'll find your life is a lot happier. True spirituality is intentional. It is real. It is something you follow intentionally with a goal in mind. Surround yourself by it. Wrap yourself in it. Bring along other people that follow you, and you will find that you have followed a spiritual path far farther than you ever knew was possible.